Yo, what's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be talking about how to escape that ordinary, boring lifestyle and how to become a digital nomad here in 2025. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Daniel Razo. I am a digital nomad living here in Medellin, Colombia. I've been here for a few months and I've traveled all over the world, been over 30 countries. Past year, 2024, I traveled had to been over 10 countries just last year. And I'm still planning on traveling more. And I always get questions on how exactly I do this. And so in this tutorial, we're going to be going over how to escape that 9-to-5 lifestyle. We're going to be going over how to become financially independent so you can travel around the world. We're going to be teaching you how to build a life purpose. And of course, we're going to be talking about travel and exactly how I do it. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys the tips and tricks, so stay tuned. So first thing, I want to talk about the digital nomad myths. So the lie that we've been told that the United States is one of the best places to live, but I'm here to tell you that that's not 100% true. Let me just give you some examples. Number one, I'm over here in Medellin, Colombia, and the cost of living here is so cheap, your dollar gets stretched out and you could be living a better lifestyle. You can be eating out every single day and it'll be cheaper than going to Chipotle. You could be living in a nicer house and you're not paying as much as you were, let's say, in LA. I'm originally from Los Angeles. And if you guys know anything about LA, it's one of the most expensive rents out there. So if you pay, let's say $1,300, you're gonna be living in a shoebox, right? While if you pay $1,300 over here, you're gonna be living in a 3-bedroom, 3-story, looks like a townhouse looking vibe right there in the middle of all the action in the center of the city. And that is because the dollar stretches, right? And on top of it, you're living in a place that has great weather. You're living in a place that has everything that you ever wanted. I go out every single day to eat. I don't cook. I don't do none of that. If I wanted to get a maid, I don't have one yet because there's not really a need for one. But if I really wanted one, I can go ahead and hire one. And you can just do this because the dollar over here stretches. The dollar still has power over here. But if you live in the United States, there's absolutely no way you can do this. So the truth is you can unlock so much possibility by just moving your location, right? So let's say if you're making USD, you can go ahead and bring that USD over to Colombia and you can automatically double the amount of money that you're making. So if you're making, let's say, $100,000 per year in the United States, you don't have a lot of buying power. But if you bring that $100,000 over here, it doubles your buying power. You can buy double the amount of things that you want. And so you just become richer. So if you bring 500,000, you become a millionaire overnight just by moving. So this is one of the myths that we've been told, is that the United States is one of the best places to live. But in reality, what I think is the United States is one of the best places that has opportunity, but to live, I wouldn't 100% say that it's the best place to live. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the strategies that we can use to start making money today. So the first thing that I want to talk about, it's one of the easiest strategies that you guys can go ahead and use to start making money extremely fast. And if you guys don't know about this, it's creating what we call niche pages. Now, what a niche page is you are creating a specific type of Instagram page that is tailored to one subject. So it could be cooking, it could be, let's say, I don't know, I'm just thinking cooking. It could be landscaping. It can be, I'm just coming up with stuff in my head. It could be style. It could be really any type of topic or subject. But what you want to do is you want to choose one topic to focus on. And you want to start posting viral content on that topic over to your specific Instagram page. And what this is going to do is going to start bringing eyeballs. And the thing that people don't understand is that we live in a new economy. It's not the same old economy that we used to live in. We live in what we call the attention economy. So we have to learn how to get attention. And the best way that I found is by creating niche pages and reposting viral content. And then when that viral content on the other page already went viral, you can go ahead and you could post that on your page, and the chances of that going viral on your page increases And then as soon as you start getting those views, you can start to monetize those views into what we call a funnel. And when you funnel these people into, you could do an offer. You can give them out a free sample. You give out something in return, and in exchange, you can get an email address, a phone number, or just them getting to know you. So there's a lot of things you could do when getting a lot of views. And this is one of the easiest ways that I found. I personally have multiple niche pages on different subjects. If you guys want to know more about the niche pages that I've created, of course, I have a community where we go over. There's 30 people in the community right now, and we all talk about tips and tricks on how to do that. The links will be below, but I have a specific niche that I choose or that I chose, and I'll post viral content, and then I just funnel those people, and I start making money because I know how to generate views. And when you know how to generate views, you can, if you know how to do it properly, you can translate those views or transmute those views into money. And that's exactly what we're talking about. It's one of the easiest ways to get started. Next, I want to talk about finding your perfect home base. This is actually kind of hard. A lot of people might think, okay, I'm just going to choose one location, right? And let's say you've heard Mexico was cool. You heard Colombia was cool. You heard the Philippines is cool. But let me tell you a little bit about hearing things. So there's a lot of things that you can hear. For example, let me tell you guys a story. Before I came here to Medellin, Colombia, a lot of people told me that Medellin, Colombia is dangerous. I'm gonna get robbed. And I found that is not necessarily true. The only people that I've talked to that have been robbed or that they've been in bad situations, typically it's because they do things that are, I would say, degenerate. They're participating in the, let's say, sex tourism, which is pretty big here in Medellin, Colombia. And if you participate in that, the chances of something bad happening is extremely high. Or let's say they do stuff like they take drugs or something like that. These are the most common ways that you can find yourself in problems. But if you don't do that here in Medellin, Colombia, you're pretty much good to go. So that's one thing that's one example that I want to give you guys. You can hear a lot of things about a specific location. You can hear things about Mexico. You can hear things about Colombia. You can hear things about the Philippines. But unless you actually go there and you experience it yourself, you're not going to know until you actually experience it yourself, okay? So that's one key thing that I want to talk to you guys about, is going to that location that you want to go to and just testing it out. Test it out for a weekend, test it out for a week, and see if it's something that you can actually live there long term. Another thing that I also say is look for places that your money can stretch, okay? For example, I've been to Costa Rica, and Costa Rica is one of the most beautiful countries that I've ever been to. It's clean. It reminds me a lot of Medellin, Colombia. The infrastructure is really nice over there. But the American dollar doesn't stretch as much as it does here in Medellin. So although I would love to live in Costa Rica, it's Medellin, Colombia is almost the same thing, and your dollar stretches. So that's why I chose Medellin, Colombia instead of Costa Rica, although I love Costa Rica as well. Next thing that you have to also think about is the culture. Sometimes you might not vibe with the culture. Let's say, for example, I went to Puerto Vallarta over there in Mexico. And although it's beautiful, the beaches were nice, the infrastructure was good, I just didn't vibe with the culture over there. I just didn't fit in. And the only way that I would experience that is by going there. So you have to do these things. You have to make sure before you just pack up all your things and go, you want to make sure that, number one, is your dollar getting stronger over there? Or does your dollar get weaker? Number two, do you fit with the culture? And does it match your lifestyle? And another example that I want to give to you is that I'm here in Medellin, Colombia. I have multiple businesses that I run. And if you guys want to know more about the multiple businesses that I run, of course, join the private community that we have. And we go over exactly how I do everything that I do to become a digital nomad. You know, these are I can't go over everything in this video. It'll be 20 hours long, but I can give you some of the basics that I do. But I run businesses over in LA, and I'm on Pacific Coast time. And here in Medellin, you're mostly on Eastern time, which is good because while it's 8 o'clock over there in LA, it could be like 11 o'clock over here in Colombia. So I can get my day started a little bit later, which is cool for me. And these are just small things that you have to consider before moving anywhere or thinking you're going to become a digital nomad. Next is building a freedom or a freedom-based lifestyle, right? So you want to be working on your own terms, doing what you want to do, okay? So just think about it like this. You could be living, let's say, by the beach. I don't live by the beach. And the only reason I don't live by the beach is because I chose not to. I'd rather live here in the jungle. I just think it's cooler over here. But you want to make sure that when you're building your digital nomad lifestyle, that you're living on your own terms. You want to make sure that everything that you're doing is on your own terms. And this is how you're going to create true happiness into your life. I wake up every single day happy. For example, I wake up every morning and I just tell myself, oh, it's another day in paradise. It's another day where I can go ahead and do whatever I want. I wake up a little bit later than what I was used to in LA. And in LA, I used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning because I had to. I had businesses that I had to run. While here, I could wake up a little bit later, like I told you, because I'm on Eastern Standard Time. And I don't have to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I could be up at 8 o'clock now. And it's still almost equivalent to waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning because my clients still haven't woken up yet. So these are small things that you have to consider before you actually make any type of moves. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand that. I also want to talk a little bit about the digital nomad community that I've created. Like I mentioned, guys, I can't tell you all the things that I do here in this video because this video will be hours long. There's so many things that I've tried. There's so many things that I'm currently doing to make money online, and we go over all the steps in the community. So we go over the secrets to making money online. We go over the common mistakes. There's a lot of mistakes that you're going to be making. If you just want to shortcut all those mistakes, you just want to just get straight to the value and how to become a digital nomad, we go over that. And on top of it, we have a network of individuals. We have a lot of high network individuals that you can even contact that they're making big money. I had just one of my other students, he just sent me an invoice that he just made $2,000 on one of his products. He's actually living over here in Colombia as well. And this is all things that you can network with some of these high network individuals by just joining that community. Okay. And I also want to give you guys a little bonus on networking, because like I said, you join in a community, you can start networking, but let me tell you guys a little story of how easy it is to network over here in Medellin, Colombia. So if you guys don't know about Medellin, Colombia, I consider it a big, small city, right? So it's big, but there's there's only a few places that you can go. And so there's Provenza, right? And then there's like the malls that you can go to. So there's not really a lot of places to go. And so you are eventually going to be bumping into the people that live here. So for example, there's a YouTuber here in Medellin, Colombia that I watched a lot. And I always think to myself, how interesting would it be if I bump into him one day, and then the next day, guess what? I actually saw him over here in Provenza. Provenza is one of the streets that has all the restaurants, and I actually saw them, and I was able to network with him because this is such a digital nomad hub. And you get to meet a lot of people over here. That's just one story. I've met a lot of high network individuals just by being in coffee shops, just by being here in this location. And so this is one of the good things about networking, about traveling, and about being in like these digital nomad hubs. Like Medellin is one of them. And then of course you can go to other cities as well. And there's multiple hubs everywhere, but Medellin is probably a big one. And another thing that I like to do is to find the best spots. So another good thing, like I said about Medellin, Colombia, it's cheaper. So you can actually go to these luxury restaurants. You're not paying like the same prices that I would pay back in LA. And you'll be in these best spots, and then that's how you'll just be seeing YouTubers, or you'll be seeing high network individuals. You'll just be bumping. You'll start conversation with someone that's right next to you ordering a coffee, and you find out that this person is a high network individual. You guys become friends. You guys start sharing information, and then next thing you know, you both are benefiting from your friendship, and this is what networking is all about. The easy way to do this is what I always do. I just go on TikTok and I just type in, like, if I'm here in Medellin, I'll just type in best restaurants in Medellin, and I'll just start checking out all of them. I'll just go to them, and I'll have my own personal experience of that restaurant. Of course, Instagram, and then there's YouTube. You can always do it those ways. I find TikTok the best. If you're in the United States, TikTok's getting banned, supposedly. I don't know if it is, but if you're in the United States, try Instagram or YouTube. And another thing is, for networking opportunities, you always want to be in the center of the city. You never want to, here in Medellin, there's other spots that you can live at, right? You can live in Sabaneta. Sabaneta is another zone in Medellin that it's farther away from the center, but over there you're not going to be networking with high network individuals because it's more family, right? But you'll be saving a couple of dollars because the rent is cheaper over there, and you'll be more with the locals. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's completely fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend being in the center, because when you're in the center, then you have the opportunity to meet a lot of these high network individuals. So you want to go ahead and do that. You want to be staying where everyone's staying. You want to be staying where the action is at. So guys, I gave you guys a gem. The next step in your journey is your choice, of course. I'm always going to be giving out free value here on YouTube, but I give out the best value over to my community. Just go ahead and check it out. There's a free trial. You don't have to pay anything. You could just check it out and see if it's something you like. If you don't like it, then you don't have to join. But there is a lot of value in there. There's a lot of things that I've learned. I've been in business for over 10 years. And all the things that I've learned, I just smacked it all into a thing. You don't want to be wasting your time doing trial and error. If you can go ahead and just skip the line, and you can learn as quick as possible the same strategies that I use to live here in Medellin, Colombia. So I highly recommend checking that out. Of course, the choice is yours. And there's a lot of high network individuals in there. Like I said, you don't want to be learning all of this the hard way, where you could just message some person. Let me give you a story. Anytime I have a question, instead of YouTubing, like let me just give you a suggestion on, like, when I go to a restaurant, instead of me going out, and I could do my TikTok searches, but that takes a lot of time, when all I could do is I could just send a little message to the group chat, and then boom, they'll send me the answer right away, and then I just shortcutted myself 30 minutes to an hour of research, and I just asked the person, like, hey, what's the best spots here in Medellin, Colombia? Someone would just send it to me. Hey, I have a question on business. Hey, this is another example. When I was working on my visa over here in Colombia, I just sent a little message to a group chat that we have here in Medellin, Colombia, and they're like, hey, Danny, like, if you want to extend your visa, then just check out this company right here. They'll take care of it. And then they took care of it for me. So this is the power of networking. So I highly recommend that you guys check out the community, guys. It's made for entrepreneurs. It's made for people that want to be digital nomads. And go ahead and check that out. And if you guys decide to check it out, I'll see you guys over there. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay? See you guys later. Peace.